Joining us now here at the Bloomfield Hills Challenger, a man through to round number 2 in straight sets and the current world number 122. It's our friend Alex Blockx. Alex, first of all, congratulations to you on the victory. Talk me through. Round ones can always be tricky. What'd you do well out there? Why did you think you were able to advance?
Yeah, exactly as you said, first rounds are tricky. The last 2 weeks, I've had really tough starts in my first matches. Losing like 4-1, 5-2 in the first sets, eventually winning 7-5, so figured my way out. But today I felt like I managed that very well. I started really good. Didn't drop too many points, didn't give him too many gifts. Then, still the level wasn't really there at the beginning of the match, but then after 4 or 5 games, I really found my level, and since then it went really quickly. So,
no, it was impressive to see, and obviously you have had some success of late. You made your first Challenger final in Winnipeg not too long ago. I believe it was semifinals last week in Granby. Just for you, what seems to be clicking so well here this summer, falling into place, as I mentioned, that ranking a new career high? To what do you credit that?
I think I played pretty well on grass. Like I have had, on clay, I didn't have my best season, I would say, which was a bit difficult. But then I tried to improve a lot tactically, staying closer to the baseline, playing more attacking tennis. And on grass, that was going way better. And I feel like here on the hard courts, I can do that even more when I feel comfortable, when I have a lot of confidence. And I think at the end, that's the goal, to play as much as aggressive as I can, because that's the only way to really beat the top guys, I would say. I mean, in my case, at least. And I feel really well on the American hard courts. I've always played well on these hard courts, and now again, I have a lot of confidence, so that helps a lot.
No, we saw that in the result today, and getting more comfortable at the challenger level and just in pro tennis more broadly. How important has that serve been for you? It felt like today that you were able to dominate behind that. Has that been the big focus for you early in your career? What are the things you are trying to establish as you go about establishing yourself in the rankings?
Yeah, for sure. In the beginning, when I started to play challengers, every match was like surviving. I think my first full year that I've played last year, I think my first set starting from January, my first match I've won in straight sets was in March. So the first 3 months I only played 3 sets. So I'm happy that I can get through a bit easier now, I would say. Not even today it's very hot, not wasting too much energy in circumstances like these. And my serve, it's a very important shot of mine. I would say it's maybe at least 50% of my game, I would say, to get the chance to dominate the point. I'm returning quite well too the last few weeks, which helps me put a lot of pressure on my opponents. And that way I feel like I serve more free in my mind, which helps me too. I feel like I'm not serving that well yet, but there are a lot of things to improve yet. So that's somewhere also a positive if you see how well I serve now. And it's positive that I can still improve so many things. So
it looked really good to me today, for what it's worth, my friend. But no, I'm glad to hear you're still working on it. My last 2 questions for you. Again, new career high, 122 in the rankings. What does the schedule look like for you moving forward? What are your goals here as we had the home stretch of this season?
I will play until the US Open, basically every week. I think I will go for the bigger tournaments the next weeks, Toronto and Cincinnati. I mean, it depends, of course, what I will do here, because if I get far here, I won't be able to go to Toronto because they start on Saturday already. But no, it's nice that I can play the biggest tournaments in the world now as well. That gives you a lot of fulfillment as well, that you're doing like great, I would say. And my goal, yeah, I would say to have a lot of matches, which is the case now. So that's my main thing. Yeah.
I love to hear that. Well, my last question, it's a fun one for you. It's a little silly. Does your coach know he looks exactly like Denis Shapovalov?
Everyone says it. Everyone says it. Yes.
For, right?
Yeah. Eventually, he went to the barber last week finally, and now he looks even more like him.
No, it's the haircut. It's like from the left side. I was like, is he here this week hanging out? And so
in Canada, they all recognize things. So,
it's very impressive. Yeah, he could pull it off. I like to hear it. But more importantly, congratulations, my friend. A job well done. Thank you for taking the time.